Good morning everyone, welcome back to the vlog. We are on the way to a friend's house so that we can pick up a new car. You guys have been asking for some JDM cars, and this for me is my favorite dream JDM car, and we're finally gonna go pick it up. We actually ended up buying it from a friend and it's here already. It's a manual, it's a Targa top, and it's color red, and this for me is the, I guess, the pinnacle for JDM supercars of that era. It is very reminiscent of a Ferrari F40, obviously at a fraction of the budget, and I'm excited to show you guys. I'm excited to drive it also, but my friend told me that there is some battery issues with it, so we had to order a battery from Varta. Shout out to Varta Philippines, give them a follow on Instagram. They've been basically helping me with all my battery issues, and we're going to change the battery, get a test drive. Hopefully we can do some tracking shots and figure out what this car needs, because it is a older car. It has some problems with it, and we're going to find out today what exactly needs to be repaired on this car. But it's going to be a project car, it's going to be a mainstay on the channel, and I'm excited to see it. I've been waiting for this car for so long. We finally arrived in the house and we are sitting inside the car. I don't know if you guys can tell what the car is, but the battery is far, and we're gonna try to cold start it, and hopefully you guys can tell what it is. According to my friend, it is idle hunting, and we might need to check the idle air controller. That sound is reminiscent of my old Accord. And it doesn't want to crank anymore. Here's another clue, guys. So we're gonna call the battery guy and wait for him, because there's no point, the car won't start. So not a Varta battery, but an Emtrac battery. So huge shout out to Emtrac and Varta Philippines for hooking me up with a battery. Hopefully this works and the car fires right up. Let's hope it fires up this time. There you go. I'm sure you guys have probably noticed by now that this is a red car, and it is a beautiful car. I'm gonna give you another hint right there. It is a beautiful Acura NSX, and so excited to drive it. Thank you so much to Emtrac for sending us the battery. It's now installed. Car is idling. It is super quiet. Muffler is stock. The only thing I think that has been changed with the car is the tires. The tires are running Falcons, and relatively this car is pristine, and we're excited to do a lot of mods to this car. I actually have to check a few things so I can order the brake system that I wanted to get for this car, but we're gonna do a massive checklist and figure out what else we need. We're just printing a little MV file so that we can put it on the dashboard, but basically we're gonna go and do a maiden voyage. That's the traction control switch. Traction control off, baby. Let's hope it doesn't die on us. Louis said the idle is a little hunty. Okay, so it's died twice. Ooh, V6. Gotta let the VTEC kick in. Why the idle is hunting, but basically if we're in gear we shouldn't have any issues, and when we're slowing down we just need to catch it with the throttle. But welcome to the 1997 Acura NSX. I'm just feeling the car out. This has a VTEC V6 engine, and it's very different to our normal collections of V8s, and this engine actually feels very good because the NSX is a very light car, and I particularly like this NSX because it still has the pop-up headlights. The later version NSX doesn't have the pop-up headlights, and I'm not a huge fan of that. But so far, again, this is the dream JDM car. I have a few JDM cars that I've been collecting, but this one has always been one of my fantasy JDM cars, and I think honestly it is the most beautiful JDM design in all the JDM cars that I own. Second gear feels good. It's got some good torque. We've made an executive decision. We're going to go straight to the storage and drop the car off because it's not so pleasant to drive every time it idle hunts, but the car is super fun to drive. It is, I guess, every little thing I dreamed of when driving this car. I can't wait to get a proper exhaust and actual handling parts to make it look even better. But I think we're gonna keep the red. I do love the red. I don't have many red cars. The car only has 14,994 miles, so it is a US version spec, which means it is in miles and not kilometers. We do have a lot of parts coming for this car, and I've been working on ordering the parts even before I got the car because I was super excited to work on this project. And this car is for keeps because it is such an iconic car. And we're gonna park. Super gorgeous. We're just gonna do a quick lunch break and then we'll have to go back and measure the rear brake caliper so that we can order the big brake kit and finalize the wheels of this car. Everything has to be ordered. I have to document all the information properly so that we get the proper specs. But for now, I'm gonna cook my lunch and update you guys again when we head back. Okay, we gotta swap this car because it's coding tomorrow and get the old and new so that we can bring it to Jonathan and fix the boost issue. First order of business always when we get in the Lamborghini SVJ is to get some fuel. It's so funny, literally like every single time we jump in the Lamborghini SVJ, we have to get some gas. It's always empty. Wonder why? You guys know why? I also have a part for the Lamborghini SVJ. We have the cigarette lighter socket, and this is going to wire into our module right here. And we actually put underglow on the SVJ, but I haven't wired it in. I just gotta borrow some tools from the boys. I don't know if they're on duty though today, but basically, yeah, we're going to try to see if that works. It sounds a little cheesy, but the underglow thing was so cool in the 90s, and the Japanese Lamborghini owners still do it till this day. So we're going to do that, and hopefully it'll work and we won't burn anything. Okay, I have some tasks at hand. I'm going to park the SVJ. We're going to pull out the old and new 997, and then we're going to check the rear brake. I'm also calling Lay so I can borrow electric tape and pliers so that we can hook up the underglow lights. But we're going to be pulling this car out so we can bring it to Jonathan Racing tomorrow so Toby can see why it's not boosting. The car is drivable already. It is running on its own power, yet we're not boosting, so we can't feel the turbo-ness of the car. This place is so dusty. I need to get new car covers. As you can hear, the old and new Longtail still has idling issues. It's still dying when it's cold starting, and there was that weird sound. So I did see the low pressure oil light also. We will check. There's no oil leak on the ground. Maybe one small oil leak, but it doesn't look like it's anything major. Let's hook up the system and then try to see if this will work. This is temporary. It's nothing permanent. Okay, this is super temporary. Don't judge me. I'm using masking tape. We're now going to proceed to plug the cigarette lighter to the charging port. Okay, here we go. Underglow works. We want green because we have the green highlight. Breathe. That's the color that we need. I think it looks absolutely cool. Thank you to Lei for lending me these things. I will fix the wiring later on, but for now, we're gonna park that. That works. We're gonna jump in the F430 just to see if it's still running, and then we're gonna get out of here. Thank you so much. This is good. We're having progress. We didn't burn anything. Windows going down, so that's always a good sign. Last on the list is to check on RWB Noah. We can drive around. Okay, sadly there's no updates for RWB Archangel or the 997 RWB, and I think we're gonna end the vlog here. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys again in the next video.